Hello, I'm Matt Guff from thehouse.com, and this is a dope shoe right here. This is a kind of a PJ Lads Pro model shoe, the 2017 New Balance Numeric 533 V2 version 2. This is a low-cut, low-profile shoe that's actually fairly high-tech, but it doesn't have a lot of dumb stuff you don't need in a skate shoe. You know, like there's a lot of really tech shoes out there that just have a lot of dumb stuff. The 533 V2 doesn't have any of that stuff whatsoever. Everything that is in the shoe is there for a reason. It's very lightweight, it breathes very well, but it does run pretty dang small. So if you're a size 10, you know, bump up to like a half size. If you're kind of in between like half and full sizes, jump up a full size. But this is a dope shoe right here. The upper is made out of basically three different materials. A very durable suede that you find in the one-piece toe vamp in the heel area. The quarter panels are leather with perforations for better breathability, which is actually a really nice touch. And then there's a ripstop style nylon along the collar and then the tongue. That's a lot of stuff kind of going on. But the cool part about all those materials together is that there's a lot of blind stitching, which means that the stitching is on the inside of the shoe. So you're not going to bust out and cut through and rip through any laces that keep the material together. So that's actually a really nice thing about the 533. Now again, it does you know, break in pretty nice because of that Revlite style outsole. But the thing about the shoe is that there's a pretty decent amount of padding too, even though it's fairly low profile. Along the collar and actually down those quarter panels to the base of the shoe, and then of course on that tongue. The tongue is pretty dang unique because it's that ripstop style nylon material I was talking about, but instead of having elastic tongue stays that keep the tongue centered down your foot, it has wider neoprene style material, which actually hug the top of the foot really well. Now, along with that is, again, that smaller style size. So with that neoprene style wrap, it's gonna feel like the shoe is like clamping down on your foot, which is kind of cool because you can rock the laces fairly loose. Another cool thing about the tongue is that there's like a hidden leather lace pocket. So you don't have your laces dangling all over the place. You just tuck them up into that little pocket, which I think is pretty cool. And then of course, inside of that is this thing. This is a closed cell, single EVA style footbed. It's pretty minimal. There's really not much to it. It has a slight drop in the heel to the toe area. The toe area actually has flex notches, and there's a mesh style top. And that's, again, the same thing with the internal section of the 533 is that there's this micro style mesh lining, which is actually pretty rad. There's 7 different eyelets, a standard style throat positioning, woven laces, and then of course there's the mid and the outsole. Now they kind of interact together a little bit different than what you find in a lot of like skate shoes, whether they be cup or vulcanized. Now the 533 V2 doesn't have any Fox taping to keep the vulcanization or the Volk sole kind of on it, but it is kind of almost like a little bit of a hybrid. Now there's something called a Revlite midsole, represented in that kind of like gray area. That's gonna be quite a bit softer EVA style padding. Sometimes you'll find a skate shoe with the midsole actually as an insole, like a PU. Sometimes the New Balance Numeric skate shoes do that PU insert. These ones don't have it. But for the most part, it's a fairly thin style sole, which is kind of great. And then there's another lightweight style rubber. And then of course, there's a more dense gum style rubber in the toe and the heel area. That's for more high wear, of course. Overall though, this is a dope shoe, extremely lightweight, lots of high-tech stuff that's really cool. And the last little thing that I want to like kind of point out that a couple of other brands have tried to do, but I haven't seen them do it as well. Along the eyelets, there's actually 2 different pieces of material. So you can run your laces on the internal side. So this outer leather section kind of protects the laces from ripping. I think that's a nice little feature. So here it is, the 2017 New Balance Numeric 533 V2. An awesome shoe by New Balance that you can check out at thehouse.com by selecting the link below in the description. Leave a comment or a question. Let me know what you think of the 533 V2. Subscribe to the channel there. Check out more videos there, and hopefully I'll see you guys around. Peace.